Well, a pleasant good morning to you as we welcome you inside Newt Oliver Arena for the Bevo Francis Classic Day 2. This morning starts with a women's basketball game between Shawnee State, the Lady Bears, and the Lady Jaguars of Governors State. I'm Jason Filion. Glad to have you along this afternoon, or this morning and this afternoon. First of 4 games today here at Newt Oliver Arena. We've got a men's game following this one as we will see West Virginia Tech face Carolina University. And then back to the women's side at 3 o'clock. The host, Rio Grande, will face Lewis Clark State. And on the men's side, it is Rio Grande and Campbellsville. We look forward to all 4 games here this afternoon. I'll be on the call for the first 2 as we're excited to bring you today's game. Shawnee State 4-2 on the season. They played yesterday against Lewis Clark State, the number 7 team in the nation in NAIA, and lost 71-70. Shawnee State was outscored 22-9 in the third quarter to kind of spell the difference in that ball game. They shot just 39% from the floor in the loss and dropping to 4-2 on the season. Governors State played the host school, the University of Rio Grande, and they lost yesterday 84-62. They had 10 bench points, and that was it, and that all came from Alexis Warren. They were 9 for 18 from the foul line as well, and the Jaguars shot just 1 for 10 on 3-point shots. They were outscored 22-6 in the second quarter. Governor State brings a 5-2 record into today's game. They were receiving some votes. They're ranked 26th in the latest poll. They finished 29-6 a year ago, losing in the NAIA quarterfinals to Briar Cliff 65-43. They did upset Campbellsville, who was number 1 in the tournament last year. They're a member of the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference and played in the NAIA National Tournament for the first time in program history 1 year ago. Of course, we know about Shawnee State and the success that the Lady Bears have had. They did drop to 43rd, in the NAIA coaches poll this week after the loss. So they're trying to keep that winning streak alive and pick another victory up. After today, they will travel to, well, I've got my notes messed up. So Shawnee State, we'll just reset that. Shawnee State coached by Dwayne Burrows. 5th season at Shawnee State. They won the River States Conference, or he did. He won the Coach of the Year last year, a graduate of Coppin State in 1991. Governor State coached by Tanisha Mack, 2-time back-to-back CCAC Coach of the Year. Governor State, pretty good basketball team. Again, a 5-2 record on the season. A lot of success 1 year ago. Both teams warming up. It's kind of unusual to see Shawnee State come out in warm-ups. Their normal colors are like the light blue and the royal blue. They came out in orange shooting shirts, which is the color of Governor State. Orange, black, and gray, the Jaguars of Governor State. Looking forward to an exciting game here this morning. And again, more games this afternoon and on into tonight with the Bevo Francis Classic, the 42nd annual Bevo Francis Classic, named after the great hoops player here at Rio Grande. It's always a good time to come up to Rio Grande and enjoy some college basketball. NAIA hoops coming up in just a bit. We'll step aside for a moment. We'll come back with more as we get you set for the tip-off. First game today, Shawnee State and Governor State. And it's coming up in just a bit.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
We're back at the Newt Oliver Arena, the Bevo Francis Classic here in West Virginia Video Productions. Glad to have you along here this morning for the first game between the Shawnee State Lady Bears and the Governor State Lady Jaguars. Let's take a look at the starting lineups today. First for Shawnee State, Emily Maynard, a 5'11 junior, will start at guard. She played at Greenup County High School in Greenup, Kentucky, averaging 7.2 points per game. Miyoshi Ellis, 11.8 points per game for the 5'5 senior guard from Harlem, New York. Kipp College Prep was her last institution. And recently, she just won the Defensive Player of the Week in the River States Conference, her first in her career. TK Catchings, a 6-foot junior, will start at forward. Catchings from New Hebron, Mississippi, averaging 9.2 points per game. Lauren Hawthorne, a 6-foot senior, will start for Shawnee State here this morning. And rounding out the starting five, Jonalia Chambers, a 5'8 sophomore guard, averaging 9.2 points per game from Huber Heights, Ohio, a product of Wayne High School. Head coach for Shawnee State is Dwayne Burrows, 5th season at Shawnee State. The Bears are averaging 74.2 points per game while giving up 54.2 per outing. Governor State will counter with this lineup. Calvina Eubanks, a 5'8 senior, will start at guard. She's from Bellwood, Illinois, a transfer from University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, averaging 11.3 points per game and 2.8 rebounds per contest. Alea Spratling, 5'4 sophomore, will start in the backcourt. She's from Peoria, Illinois, played at Richwoods High School, averaging 5.5 points per game. Sincere McDaniel, leading scorer on the team, averaging 20 points per game, 5'6 senior guard from ASIP, Illinois. Notre Dame College was where she most recently played. Davina Smith from Maryville, Indiana, a transfer from Indiana State IU East. The 6-foot senior will start at forward, 16 points and 5.8 rebounds per game. And Jabrea Lacaze, a 6'3 junior, will start in the middle. The junior center from South Holland, Illinois, averages 4.2 points and 6.2 rebounds per contest. Governor State, again coached by Tanisha Mack, two-time back-to-back CCAC Coach of the Year. Shawnee State and Governor State set to do battle in Game 1, Day 2 of the Bevo Francis Classic, the 42nd annual. As we welcome you in and we send it down to public address announcer Matt McKee.
Official or spectator to abide by these values by creating a positive environment in which our athletes may participate, our officials may work, and you as the spectator may enjoy. Please enjoy today's contest. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the University of Rio Grande and Newt Oliver Arena for the Bevo Francis Classic for this morning's matchup between the Governor State Jaguars and the Shawnee State Bears. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the performance of our national anthem.
We believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups for today's game. First up, the visitors, the Governors State Jaguars. Starting at guard, a 5'8" senior from Bellwood, Illinois, number 4, Calvina Eubanks. Also at guard, a 5'4" sophomore from Peoria, Illinois, number 5, Alea Spratling. Starting at guard, a 5'6" senior from Alsip, Illinois, number 12, Sincere McDaniel. Starting at forward, a 6' senior from Merrillville, Indiana, number 20, Davina Smith. And at center, a 6'3" junior from South Holland, Illinois, number 30, Jabria Lacaze. The Jaguars are coached today by Tanisha Mack. And now the starting lineup for the team that will be the home team on the scoreboard, the Shawnee State Bears. Starting at guard, a 5'11" junior from Greenup, Kentucky, number 2, Emily Maynard. Also at guard, a 5'5" senior from Harlem, New York, number 3, Miyoshi Ellis. At guard, a 5'8" sophomore from Huber Heights, Ohio, number 5, Jonalai Chambers. At forward, a 6' senior from Hebron, Kentucky, number 15, Lauren Hawthorne. And at forward, a 6' junior from New Hebron, Mississippi, number 23, TK Catchings. The Bears are coached today by Dwayne Burrows. Your officials for this afternoon's game, Dash McDaniel, Lauren Stadola, and Asia Glenn.
Thank you, Matt McKee, the public address announcer for the University of Rio Grande, here tonight, or this afternoon, getting ready for Shawnee State and Governor State. Shawnee State wearing the home white uniforms, blue numerals, trimmed in light blue. Governor State wearing the black uniforms with black numerals, trimmed in orange. They'll be moving from left to right as we get things started here this morning. From the Bevo Francis Classic. Glad to have you along today. The first of 4 games here at the University of Rio Grande, Newt Oliver Arena. Jumping center for Shawnee State is Lauren Hawthorne. And for Governor State, it's Davina Smith. And we're ready for the jump ball here to start this morning's contest. Tap is controlled by Governor State. First possession for the Lady Jaguars. Zone defense for Shawnee State here to start things off. A pass to the top of the key to Smith. Smith backing in, right side, takes it strong to the hoop, missed the shot. Offensive rebound by Spratling. She'll bring it back out and reset for the Jaguars. At the jump circle, looks back and gets some indication from Tanisha Mack. Now to the right side, a quick 3 on the wing. That's Davina Smith. She knocks it down to put the Jaguars on top first, 3-0. First quarter action. Shawnee State, first possession. Miyoshi Ellis out top. Kind of a matchup zone defense for Governor State as well. There's a handoff out top to Chambers. Janalia Chambers drives the paint, kicks it out left corner. 3-point shot by Miyoshi Ellis, and she answers. That ties the game at 3. 1 minute in, 3-3 the score. Yesterday, Governor State 1 for 10 on 3-point shots, already equaling that mark here this morning with the first 3 made. Out top, here's another long attempt. That was a 2-pointer, again from Davina Smith. No good. Shawnee State with a rebound. This is Lauren Hawthorne dribbling up the floor for the Bears. Left side pass and a wide open 3 from Emily Maynard. This one rims out no good. Governor State with a rebound. Still tied at 3, 8.5 minutes to play. Here's Calvina Eubanks. Transfer from Wisconsin-Milwaukee in between the circles. She'll hand off out top to Sincere McDaniel, who dribbles left. High post pass again to Smith. Smith facing the bucket. Guarded there by Catchings. Back out for a 3-point shot at the left point. This one's long. Rebound chased down in the corner. Nearly lost out of bounds, but grabbed there by TK Catchings. Back come the Lady Bears. There's Chambers underhanding a pass back out to Ellis. Ellis dribbling to the top of the key. Bounce pass right side to Hawthorne. Hawthorne, couple of dribbles to her left. Hands off again to Chambers, who drives and draws the foul. Pair of free throws coming up for Janalia Chambers. Davina Smith whistled for the foul. Her first team foul, number 1 this quarter. And to the free throw line goes Chambers, 5'8" sophomore, averaging just under 10 points per game. Chambers at the line for 2. First attempt is good. Chambers on the season, 7 for 8. And now her second attempt is good as well. 5-3, Shawnee on top. They grab their first lead of the game early on. Governor State with the basketball. High post pass again. They're going to work through Davina Smith for sure. Smith averaging about 16 a game and has that size. Missed the jumper just to the left of the key. Ball batted around and grabbed by Shawnee's TK Catchings. Catchings to Hawthorne, now to Chambers on the left side. Chambers gets a screen, dribbles to the foul line, pull up 15-footer, in and out. Rebound knocked out of bounds, last touched by Catchings. Good hustle there. We'll get a substitute for Governor State. Alexis Warren will check in. Warren in for Jabria Lacaze. Warren off the bench yesterday, scored 10 points. That was all the bench got as far as scoring goes from Governor State. This is Spratling dribbling left, handing off to Eubanks. Now back out top to McDaniel. High post pass, and now down low. They go to Warren, who backs in. Spinning shot with the left hand, all the way from the right to the left block, and Warren evens the score at 5. 6:50 to play. Here's Ellis to Hawthorne. Hawthorne looking in the paint. Gives it to Catchings, who drives to the right block and takes it up strong. Missed it, but draws the foul on Alexis Warren. That is her first. Team foul number 2. And that puts TK Catchings for 2. We'll get a sub in just a moment. Catchings at the line. 62% on the season. Nothing but net on the first shot. Junior from New Hebron, Mississippi. Second attempt. And she's long on that one. 6-5. Shawnee with the lead. Governor State with the rebound and back on the offensive end. This is McDaniel at the right point. Daniel gets a screen, dribbles right. Hawthorne jumps out on her, flips it back out to Smith. Davina Smith out to the top of the key to Spratling. Spratling back to Smith, ball knocked away. Turnover Governor State, their first of the game. Shawnee on the run, layup right side, won't go. Backside rebound grabbed by Governor State, Sincere McDaniel. She's going to go coast to coast. Her shot is blocked. Swatted by TK Catchings, and Shawnee clears the basketball. It's Hawthorne on the run. She's got a 4-on-2. Bounce pass right side, now on the wing. Governor State gets back defensively, and we get a traveling violation called. Oh, Shawnee had the numbers there, but just couldn't capitalize on that. Onto the floor for Shawnee State comes Kyla Torok. 5'9" junior forward. She's in for TK Catching. 6'5", Shawnee on top. So we approach the halfway mark of quarter number 1. There's Spratling with it. Out top, works it to the right side to Smith. Smith throwing in the paint, Spratling stumbling, lost it. Smith picks it up. She'll drive strong, takes it up and banks it in. Davina Smith with 5 points, and that puts Governor State back on top, 7-6. Back and forth action. Here's Miyoshi Ellis. Ellis to the left elbow. Underhands a pass back out top to Chambers. Back to Ellis, right side. She'll drive right to the hoop. Kicks it out in the corner, left side. 3-point shot, good. Lauren Hawthorne buries the 3, and that puts Shawnee State back on top, 9-7. Halfway through quarter number 1. Spratling with it for the Jaguars. Dribbling to the left wing. Flips it back out top. Eubanks launches a 3, and she got it. Amina Eubanks knocks down the three to put Governor State back on top. Another quick three. This is Emily Maynard left side. Missed the shot. Rebound to Eubanks. Eubanks dribbles ahead for the Jaguars. Out top to McDaniel. McDaniel, high post. They go in the paint once again. A spinning shot off the glass and in, and a foul. Davina Smith with a bang in the bucket. Chance to get the old-fashioned three-point play. Chambers picks up the foul. Her first, team foul number 1. And we get a media timeout on the floor. 4:21 to play in the first. 12-9, Governor State on top, and we'll be back after this timeout. West Virginia Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
(12-9). First quarter, 4:21 to play. Governor State with a three-point lead over Shawnee. Out of the timeout, Davina Smith will be at the line for the and one. Substitution for Shawnee State. We'll see Savannah Cantrell, 6'3" freshman, onto the floor. But not quite yet. I guess she didn't check in before the buzzer, so she'll have to go back to the scores table in just a moment. Jabrea Lacaze back to the floor for Governor State. All right, here's Davina Smith at the line. 50% from the stripe this season, a chance to put her team up by 4 and give them the biggest lead of the game for either team, and she does just that. Governor State on top. Shawnee State with the basketball. 13-9 is the score. 4:12 to play in the first quarter. This is Ellis out top. Ellis, bounce pass kicked. So they'll put 20 back on the shot clock. And Shawnee State will throw it in baseline. Left of the bucket. Janalia Chambers will throw it in. Chambers into Ellis, left wing. Ellis just kind of drifting back and forth. Now out top to Torok. Torok in the paint to Skylar Kessler, who's checked in. Kessler, spinning shot won't go, but she's fouled. And that goes against Davina Smith. That's her second. First. So Skylar Kessler will go to the line for 2 for the Lady Bears and hits the first. She is a 64% free throw shooter this season. First point today. And the second shot, no good. 13-10. Governor State with a rebound. Lady Jaguars grabbing that lead, holding on to it right now. Again, each team had a tough quarter yesterday. It was the second quarter for Governor State. Missed 3 and an offensive rebound grabbed by Lacaze, and we get a foul on the rebound. Skylar Kessler picks up her first foul. And that was a shooting foul, so you put LeCays at the line for 2. First shot is no good. LeCays, a 6'3 junior from South Holland, Illinois, just a 23% free throw shooter on the season. Second attempt is also no good. We get a lane violation, though, on Shawnee State. That will enable LeCays to have another opportunity. Missed the first 2. How will she do on her second chance here? And she missed that one as well. Shawnee State with the rebound. Skylar Kessler gives to Miyoshi Ellis. Ellis into the front court. Gives to Hawthorne, weaving her way in the paint. Little floater with the right hand up and in. Lauren Hawthorne with her 5th point. That cuts the lead to 1, 13-12. Right side, Governor State trying to answer that. This is Peyton Greenwood. Now out top to Eubanks. They go back down low. Turnaround shot, no good by LeCays. Shawnee with a rebound, and they look to grab the lead once again. Here's Ellis driving right to the hoop. Double clutch, lays it up, no good, but a foul, and Miyoshi Ellis will be at the line to shoot 2. That foul is whistled against Peyton Greenwood, her first. Subs for both teams. Prince has checked in for Shawnee State. Miyoshi Ellis at the line for 2. Ellis hits the first. Senior is a 47% free throw shooter. And the second shot, good as well. Ellis hits them both. That gives Shawnee State a 1-point lead, 14-13. Lakin Williams has checked in for Shawnee. 5'4" sophomore from Williamson, West Virginia, played at Martin County, Kentucky High School. Big lead in the half has been 4. That was from Governor State. Shawnee State leads it by 1, 14-13. Right side, it's Smith. Entry pass in the paint. Turnaround shot off the glass by LeCays is no good. Rebound chased and knocked out of bounds by Governor State. Lady Bears have possession. Here's Williams. Williams running the point. Works it to the right side to Prince. Now in the corner. Finds Kessler. Out to Hawthorne, top of the key. Hawthorne backing in, spinning left. May have got away. Nope, I thought the late whistle. She did travel, backing in and lost the balance. Second turnover for Shawnee State. Both teams taking care of the basketball pretty well here in the first quarter. 3 total turnovers here today. Shawnee still by 1 at the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. Governor State looking to work in the paint. We've seen that the last few possessions. Here's Smith. She'll drive, forces this one up, but got bailed out with a foul, and she'll be at the line to shoot 2. So Rakia Prince picks up her first foul. And that puts Davina Smith at the line to shoot 2. She has made her only free throw of the day today. And her first one here is good. 9 points already for Davina Smith, 9 of the 14. Of course, she's the team's leading scorer, or second leading scorer, 16 a game. Second free throw is good as well. Just using her size, 6-foot senior. 15-14, Governor State retakes the lead. Here's Lakin Williams at the jump circle. Moving left, works it out top to Torok. Now in the paint again. This is Kessler backing in. Double team, takes the shot, partially blocked, but again, she's bailed out with a foul, and she'll be at the line to shoot 2. Jabria LeCays with her second personal foul. Skylar Kessler back to the line. She's 1 for 2. Calmly makes the first. Freshman from Cincinnati. Played at Winton Woods High School. Second shot is no good. So she follows suit with what she did the first trip there. 1 for 2. 2 points. Tied at 15. Less than 90 seconds to play in the quarter. Here's Smith, right side. Picks up the dribble. Lobs it back out off the fingertips of Spratling, who chases it down near the midcourt stripe. Spratling gets a screen out top, works it left side. Back out top to Smith. Smith, left elbow. Spratling takes the 16-footer and knocks it down. First bucket for Aliyah Spratling. 17-15, Governor State back on top. Lakin Williams with it. 50 seconds to play in the first quarter. Williams now to the left side. Here's Hawthorne. Back to Williams. Williams gets a screen over to the left elbow. Torok gives it again to Kessler. Kessler out to Hawthorne. 7 on the shot clock and 6. Hawthorne driving, backing in. Little fadeaway shot with the right hand. Air ball. Rebound grabbed by Governor State, but stepping out of bounds was LeCays. So with 29.4 to play, the shot clock goes off, and Shawnee State will have the ball with a chance to tie the game. I think they're discussing the shot clock. Was there a possession change which would eliminate the shot clock, or was it not a possession change? They're going to put the shot clock at 20, I think is what he said. Yep, shot clock will go to 20 because of the turnover. So Lauren Hawthorne will throw it in baseline. Gets it in quickly, left of the key. Here's Torok and a whistle, and we get an offensive foul. Torok called for the push-off. That's her first. Third turnover for Shawnee. Now 23 seconds to play. Here's Smith. Pull-up jumper, right side. This one rolls out no good. Torok has the rebound, down to 15 to play. Ahead to Hawthorne. Hawthorne in the front court, takes it behind the back, lost the basketball. Another turnover for Shawnee. A 2-on-3, pass across to the right side, layup no good, but a foul. And free throws with 6.4 seconds to play will be coming from Peyton Greenwood. Or check that, I'm sorry, Jernay Cotton. Cotton with a couple of free throws here. The sophomore, 32% from the foul line this season, but no problem hitting that first one to put her team up by 3, 18-15. Second attempt from Cotton is good as well. Knocks them both down for her first 2 points of the morning. Maynard is checked back in for Shawnee State with 6.4 to go, 19-15. Maynard with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They're not going to get a shot off. Half court, and the buzzer's going to sound. They don't get the shot off, and the quarter comes to an end. Not the way that Coach Dwayne Burrows had envisioned with that last 6 seconds. 19-15, Governor State leads Shawnee after 1, and we'll be back after this timeout. Coverage of the Bevo Francis Classic on West Virginia Video Productions.
We believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
19-15 after one quarter of play. Governor State leads Shawnee State here at the Newt Oliver Arena, the Bevo Francis Classic. Shawnee State shooting 3 of 8 in the first quarter, 38%. Governor State 6 of 15, 40%. Both teams shooting well from beyond the arc. Shawnee State 2 for 4. Governor State 2 for 3. Lady Bears basketball to start the second quarter. Here's Williams to the right side. Catchings will drive and dish it back out off the fingertips of Williams and out of bounds. Turnover number 5 for Shawnee State. They committed 4 turnovers in the first. Governor State just had 1. A couple of substitutions now for Shawnee State. Miyoshi Ellis is back in, as is Janalia Chambers. (19-15). Governor State with the lead. It's been a back and forth game here, but Governor State has had the lead for a good portion of the first quarter and into the second. Turnaround shot by Davina Smith is missed. Good defense by Shawnee. Lady Bears with the basketball. Ellis running the point. Backing out now. Shot clock at 15. She'll take it to the free throw line. Moves right. Takes it to the block on the right side and lost it out of bounds. Back-to-back turnovers to start the second quarter for Shawnee State. As far as rebounds go, that's been even through the first quarter plus. Governor State with the ball and the lead. Here's Spratling. Spratling. Offensive foul. Moving screen. And that was Smith kind of backing in and moving those feet. That's her second personal foul. Team foul number 1 here in the second quarter. Shawnee. Back-to-back turnovers to start the quarter, trying to get something going offensively here. This is Ellis. Ellis moves right, hands off on the wing to Chambers. Chambers back to Ellis. Little hesitation. Drives all the way to the block. Runner high off the glass and banks it in. Tough shot for Miyoshi Ellis. She has 7. That cuts the lead to 2, 19-17. 8.5 to play in the first half. Spratling got free, kicks it out top. McDaniel passed up the 3, drives right to the hoop, scoops it up with the left hand and banks it in. Sincere McDaniel's first bucket, the team's leading scorer on the season, gets her first field goal of the game. And now Governor State trying a trap at midcourt. Ellis just does get away from that count. Ellis gets a high screen, hesitates again, and we get a whistle and a reach-in foul called on Governor State on that drive, and that is whistled against Journey Cotton. Her first, team foul number 2 here in the quarter. Davina Smith replaced in the lineup by Alexis Warren, and we'll get a sub for Shawnee State as well, as we see TK Catchings back out on the floor for Skylar Kessler. Emily Maynard with the throw in. Maynard to Torok, right side, jumper from 15, in and out. Governor State with the rebound. Lady Jaguars back on offense, nursing a 4-point lead. Here's Spratling to the right side of Eubanks, back out to Spratling. High post pass. McDaniel backs out, now works it right. Spratling again with a crossover move, takes it to the elbow, flips it back out in the corner. McDaniel backing in, little spin move, ducks under a defender, throws it away, but Governor State gets the steal and open for a baseline jumper. Knocked out of bounds. That was Spratling who missed the jumper, but then swatted away by Shawnee State. So the shot clock is at 27. Eubanks will throw it in. Nope. Change it up. Spratling will throw it in. Substitution for the Jaguars. Kennedy White, 5'4" junior, in for the first time. He's out of Chicago. Lob pass is tipped and stolen away. Turnover number 2 for Governor State. Long pass ahead. Miyoshi Ellis double clutch. Hits the shot and draws the foul. She got a little bit of contact and laid it up and in, and now with a chance at a three-point play. Take very little contact, if any. Cotton second. Team foul number 3. Ellis at the line. And her free throw is good. Three-point play cuts the lead to 1, 21-20. 7:12 to go. Pass tipped but grabbed at midcourt by Cotton. And there's a foul outside of the key by Janalia Chambers. That's her second. Team foul number 1. Non-shooting foul, so Governor State will throw it in baseline. Chambers replaced in the lineup by Prince. Governor State basketball. In the corner, three-point shot. It is an air ball. Rebound grabbed by Emily Maynard. There's White missing that three-pointer. Here's a nice pass down low, but Catchings misses the shot and then commits the foul on the rebound. Hard foul there. Catchings first, team foul number 2 this quarter. More substitutions. Catchings back in for Governor State. Also see Peyton Greenwood back in. 21-20. Governor State by 1. 6:45 and counting here in the second quarter. Spratling. Out top, picked up by Prince. Spratling against Prince. Moving left, ducks under. Turnaround fadeaway shot from 15, no good. Maynard the rebound. Gives to Ellis. Miyoshi Ellis ahead. She's fouled. That goes against Calvina Eubanks, her first. Team foul number 4. One away from the bonus. Maynard into Ellis. Shawnee State looking to regain the lead. It's been a while. Ellis, left side, pulls up in the paint. Little push shot from 13 up and in, and Shawnee State has the lead. Big game for Miyoshi Ellis here today. She has 10 points to lead the Lady Bears. 22-21, Shawnee. High post pass to Warren. She tries to feed it across the lane, but it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Shawnee. More substitutions for Governor State. Izzy Agredano has checked in. She is a 5'4" senior from Chicago. In for the first time. Pass into Davina Smith, who's checked in as well, and then throws it away. Turnover number 3 for Governor State. Ellis on the run, drives to the hoop, hangs in the air, draws the foul. She'll be at the line to shoot 2. Sincere McDaniel picks up her first personal foul. That's team foul number 5. And Ellis will go back to the line where she is 3 for 3 today. Ellis out of Harlem, New York. Kip College Prep. Before coming to Shawnee, first attempt up and good. Ellis leading the Bears in scoring, but known for her defense as well. She was the River State's Conference Defensive Player of the Week this past week. First in her career. Missed the second free throw, and we get a foul on the rebound. TK Catchings with her second personal foul, team foul number 3. Shawnee State with a 2-point lead, 23-21. Governor State trying to tie the game again. Here's Smith, lost the ball in the paint. Turnover number 4. Back comes Shawnee. Ellis driving. Shot off the glass, won't go. Rebound tip. Governor State has it. Long pass ahead to Peyton Greenwood, who can't handle it. Now picks it up. Circles back out. Passes to the right side to McDaniel. McDaniel, awkward shot. There's a late whistle. McDaniel kind of got twisted in the air. And then we get a foul called on TK Catchings. That's number 3 on the junior forward. Team foul number 4 on Shawnee State here in quarter number 2. That's in Sincere McDaniel to the line for 2. McDaniel with a chance to even the score here with a pair of made free throws. Hits the first. She is a 43% free throw shooter. Transfer from Notre Dame College. And the second attempt is up, and that one is good as well. So McDaniel ties the game at 23. Shawnee State possession, Miyoshi Ellis. A matchup zone defense here by Governor State. Here's Turok, down low to Catchings, backing in, spinning shot goes, and a foul. TK Catchings with a chance at a three-point play. Davina Smith picks up her 3rd personal foul, and she will have to go to the bench. That's a big loss for Coach Tanisha Mack, averaging 20 points a game, and now she's out for the remainder of the first half. Free throw attempt is no good, but an offensive rebound by Turok. Right back to Catchings. Catchings lost the ball, fights for it. We get a possession arrow, jump ball, tie up. Possession arrow favors Governor State. Into the game comes Lauren Hawthorne, but we get a timeout on the floor. 25-23, Shawnee State leads, 4:54 to play in the first half, and we'll be back after this timeout from the Bevo Francis Classic on West Virginia Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Back at the University of Rio Grande, the Bevo Francis Classic. We got a good one here. Game 1 of the day. Shawnee State has a 2-point lead over Governor State. Governor State held the lead a good portion of the first quarter and into the second quarter, but shooting has kind of dropped off for Governor State. They're now shooting 35% from the floor, 7 for 20. Shawnee State, 7 for 15 at 47%. They've hit 9 of 13 free throws as Shawnee. Governor State, 7 of 9. Turnovers, about even, 7 to 6. Shawnee State was 7. Governor State was 6. Here's a 3 from the right side by Eubanks. It's no good. Miyoshi Ellis with the rebound for the Lady Bears. Looking to add to their lead. Ellis sprints coast to coast, missed the layup. Rebound tipped up once, loose on the floor, scramble for it, and we're going to get another tie-up. This time, the possession arrow will stay on this end of the floor as Shawnee State will keep it. 4:32 to play. 2-point lead for the Lady Bears with possession. Emily Maynard bounces into Turok, right to the key. Jumper is off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Calvina Eubanks, and Governor State looks to tie the game here. Out top, it's McDaniel. Now they go in the paint to Agredano. She's cut off, flips it back out to Eubanks. Eubanks to the top of the key to McDaniel, who drifts to the right. Right back out top and driving to the hoop right side is Peyton Greenwood. Missed the shot. Shawnee the rebound. Outlet pass to Ellis. Doesn't have the numbers. She'll give to Turok at the foul line. Pull up 15-footer good. In transition. That's a tough shot. And Kyla Turok knocks it down from 15 to put Shawnee up by 4. 27-23. Under 4 to play. This is Eubanks. They go high post again, and driving right side, there's a foul on the drive. That was Sincere McDaniel. Miyoshi Ellis will pick up her first. Just a little head fake and dribble to the right side. You saw Ellis just got her hand in there. Grab the arm of Sincere McDaniel, who will go back to the line to shoot 2. McDaniel 4 points today. 2 for 2 at the line. Back to the floor comes Journey Cotton, replacing Jabrea Lacaze for Governor State. All right, so McDaniel, the senior guard, again, 43% from the line this season, and missed the first one here. Now 2 for 3 from the stripe. Second shot is no good. Missed them both. Hawthorne with a rebound and dribbles up the floor for the Bears. Hawthorne hands off to Ellis. Ellis in between the circles, drifting left, looking for Hawthorne again. High post lob pass to her, facing the bucket. One dribble to her right, ball knocked away, loose on the floor. We're going to get another tie-up this time. It will go to Governor State. Still 4-point lead for Shawnee. 3:15 to go. Governor State 5-2 on the season. Went to the NAIA quarterfinals last year. First tournament appearance for them. Knocked off number 1 Campbellsville in that tournament before losing in the Elite Eight. Here's a nice bounce pass backdoor. They work around the perimeter in the corner. 3-point shot long by Agredano. And a foul on the rebound whistled against Hawthorne, I believe. That is her second. Both teams in the bonus. As Alea Spratling will toe the line for a pair of free throws. Hawthorne is out. And Kenya Peck is in for the first time. 5'10 freshman out of Gallipolis. Just down the road here, played at Gallia Academy. First free throw attempt from Spratling is up and in. Her third point of the day. Cuts the lead 2-3. Second shot is good as well. Spratling with 4 points. 2-point edge for Shawnee State. Here's Torok handing off to Ellis. Miyoshi Ellis at the point. Gets a screen out top. Steps back, hesitates, drives right, flips it in the paint. There's an offensive foul. Ducking the shoulder was Kenya Peck. And Agredano, I believe, was the one that took the charge for Governor State. That's a turnover. Number 9 for Shawnee State. 27-25. 2:38 to go. Again, Governor State with a chance to tie. Here's Cotton. Dribbling left. Out top, she gives to Spratling. Right side feed. McDaniel passed up the 3, dumps it off down low. Turnaround shot by Eubanks won't go. Backside rebound to Maynard. Maynard to Ellis. Ellis looks to head coach Dwayne Burrows for the play call. Out top they go to Peck. Peck back to Ellis. Ellis, hesitation move, and then walks. Picked up the basketball, shuffled those feet. Turnover number 10 in the first half for Shawnee State. Back to the floor comes Lakin Williams in for Miyoshi Ellis. Scoring is kind of slowed down here with these two teams. Here's McDaniel. Pass goes through the hands and nearly out of bounds off the fingertips of Cotton, but last touched by Williams. Back to the floor for Governor State comes Lacaze. Governor State possession. Spratling takes the inbound pass, works right, hands off on the wing to Eubanks. High post pass again to McDaniel. She'll drive, has the ball stripped out of her hands and out of bounds. Good defensive play by Shawnee State. I think that was Torok that got a hand in there and knocked it away. Turnover number 7 for the Governor State. Now less than 90 seconds to play in the first half. Shawnee State got a little break there as Maynard was cutting toward the bucket. The pass from Williams went behind her, but it was knocked out of bounds by the Jaguars. Miyoshi Ellis back to the floor for Shawnee State. Maynard will throw it in. Maynard into Ellis. 15 on the shot clock, 1:20 on the game clock. Ellis directing traffic, dribbles to the elbow, flips it back, and driving in the paint. This is Williams. And another traveling violation. This is Kenya Peck on her way to the bucket. Turnover number 11 in the half for Shawnee State. Still leading by 2, though. 1:09 to go. Jaguars with possession. Spratling to the left side to McDaniel. McDaniel back to Spratling. Now in the paint. This is Lacaze. Turnaround shot blocked again by Turok. 48 seconds to play. Shawnee with the basketball. Miyoshi Ellis out top. Ellis down low. Turok short corner jumper from 12 up and in. Kylie Turok with 4 points now. It's a 4-point lead, 29-25, 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Spratling gets a screen, moves to the top of the key, lobs it in the paint to McDaniel. McDaniel, step back, 15-footer, long, no good. Ellis the rebound, 20 seconds to play. Shot clock is off. Shawnee could hold for the final shot of the half if they so desire. And we get a whistle and a double foul call. Away from the basketball. That foul goes against Kyla Turok, her second, and also goes against Izzy Agredano, her first. Possession arrow stays here with Shawnee, 11.3 to go. Maynard will throw it in. Bounces into Ellis. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Ellis looks up at the clock. Drives to the elbow, hesitates, takes it to the hoop. A leaner is off the glass. It won't go. The buzzer sounds, and the first half comes to a close with Shawnee State holding a 4-point lead at the intermission. 29-25, Lady Bears lead Governors State. We'll be back after this timeout at halftime of the Bevo Francis Classic on West Virginia Video Productions.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Welcome back to the Bevo Francis Classic at Newt Oliver Arena here on the campus of the University of Rio Grande. First game of the day, Governor State and Shawnee State in women's hoops. And right now, Shawnee State has a 29-25 lead at the break. Come from behind. They were trailing in the first, outscored Governor State 14-6 in the second. Here's a look at your scoring leaders in the first half for Shawnee State. Miyoshi Ellis led the way with 13 points. Lauren Hawthorne had 5. Kyla Torok had 4 points off the bench. TK Catchings with 3. Janalia Chambers and Skylar Kessler with 2 points apiece to round out the scoring. Lakin Williams, Emily Maynard, Rakaya Prince, Kenya Peck, and Savannah Cantrell all saw floor time but did not score. Again, Ellis 13, Hawthorne 5, Torok 4, Catchings 3, Chambers and Kessler with 2. Governor State was led by Davina Smith, 10 points, but she got in foul trouble in the first half, had to sit for the final 5 minutes of the half, but still managed to score 10 points on 3 of 9 shooting. Alea Spratling with 4, Sincere McDaniel with 4, Calvina Eubanks finished with 3 in the first half, Journey Cotton with 2, Alexis Warren had 2 as well to round out the scoring. Kennedy White, Izzy Agredado, Peyton Greenwood, and Jabriela Kays played but didn't score in the first half. Again, it was Smith with 10, Spratling with 4, McDaniel with 4, 3 points from Eubanks, and 2 apiece from Cotton and Alexis Warren. The score at the break, 29-25. Shawnee State scored 15 in the first, 14 in the second. Governor State 19 in the first and just 6 in the second. And again, yesterday in their loss to the University of Rio Grande, they were outscored 22-6 in the second. In that loss, 84-62. We'll see how the second half goes. We've got more to come here at halftime. We'll come back and take a look at some more numbers from the first half. 29-25, Shawnee State leading Governor State here on West Virginia Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Back at Newt Oliver Arena, the Bevo Francis Classic halftime, game one. Shawnee State, the Lady Bears lead the Lady Jaguars of Governor State by 4, 29-25. Some more numbers from the first half. Shawnee State shot 45% from the floor, 9 for 20. They were 2 for 4 on three-point shots. And at the free throw line, 9 of 13, 69%. Governor State struggled from the field, 7 for 26. That's 27%. 33% on three-point shots, and 9 for 13 at the foul line. So it's a wash there at the free throw line, but struggling from the field, 7 for 26. Turnovers, Shawnee State did have 11, and Governor State with 7. Governor State was able to turn those 11 turnovers into 8 points, while Shawnee State turned the 7 Governor State turnovers into 6 points. Rebounds pretty close as well. Shawnee State 18, Governor State with 16. 2 block shots in the game. Both of those came from Shawnee State. Foul situation is 13-11 right now. But it's been a back-and-forth game early on. Teams feeling each other out, trying to get their offensive set and defensive sets working. Governor State had the lead, 4 points. Shawnee State battled back, and they grabbed the lead, and it stands at 4 right now. Governor State, again, losing yesterday to Rio Grande 84-62, where they were outscored 22-6 in the second quarter. It was a close game, 5-point game at the end of one, and they played even with them in the second. But it was or the second half, I should say. But it was that second quarter that was the real problem there for Governor State. Shawnee State and Governor State playing here in game one. Game two will be a men's game between West Virginia University Tech and Carolina University. This is the first ever matchup between Governor State and Shawnee State in women's hoops. 4-point lead, 29-25 for Shawnee State. Again, the first of 4 games today. At 1 o'clock, it's West Virginia University Tech against Carolina University. Then at 3 o'clock, back to women's hoops. Rio Grande will play Lewis Clark State. Both of those schools won yesterday. And at 5 o'clock, it's Rio Grande and Campbellsville on the men's side. So a very busy weekend in the Bevo Francis Classic here at Newt Oliver Arena. Yesterday, Lewis Clark State beat Shawnee State 71-70 on the women's side. And Rio Grande beat Governor State 84-62. Campbellsville over West Virginia University Tech 67-61. And Rio Grande beat Carolina University 91-74 yesterday. The men's teams are actually warming up right now at halftime, getting some shots up, getting ready for game number 2. But we've got game number 1 to finish as well. Shawnee State 29, Governor State 25. We'll be back after this timeout with the start of the second half. This is the Bevo Francis Classic on West Virginia Video Productions.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
We welcome you back inside Newt Oliver Arena, the Bevo Francis Classic here at the University of Rio Grande. Shawnee State and Governor State getting ready to start the second half. Shawnee State warming up to our right. Governor State with a minute on the clock here at halftime. Don't know that they'll get any shots up before the start of the second half. Governor State trying to get that field goal percentage up. Again, struggling there in the second quarter, 27% for the game from the floor. And struggled yesterday, lost to Rio Grande 84-62. They were 9 for 19 at the free throw line, just 1 for 10 on three-point shots. Shawnee State also lost yesterday. They only shot 39% from the floor yesterday. They were outscored 22-9 in the third quarter. So we saw yesterday, Governor State had a bad second quarter. They had a bad second quarter here today. Shawnee State, bad third quarter yesterday. Will they have a bad third quarter today, or will they turn things around here against Governor State to start the second half? See the five on the floor for Shawnee: Emily Maynard, Miyoshi Ellis, Janalia Chambers, Lauren Hawthorne, TK Catchings. And for Governor State, Jabrea Lacaze, Davina Smith, Sincere McDaniel, Alea Spratling, and Calvina Eubanks. Again, Davina Smith, second leading scorer on the team, got in foul trouble there. She had the hot hand early, scored 10 points all in the first quarter. But again, got in some foul trouble and had to sit out the second half of the second quarter. Bears with the basketball to start the second half, and this is Miyoshi Ellis. Ellis to the left side for the Lady Bears. Gets a screen, moves right, underhands a pass, back to Chambers. Chambers over to Hawthorne. Hawthorne will dribble to the right block, scoops it up with the right hand, high off the glass, and she banks it in. Hawthorne now with 7. The lead grows to 6, biggest of the day for either team. She just scooped that from way down and high off the glass. Here's Spratling. Governor State down by 6. Back to Eubanks. High post pass to Smith, down low. Turnaround shot no good, but a foul, and Jabrea Lacaze will go back to the line. She is 0 for 2 from the stripe today, as a foul is whistled against Skylar Kessler. Jabrea Lacaze, no points in the first half, and 1 here to start the second half. Second free throw, up and no good. Hawthorne with the rebound for Shawnee. Hawthorne gives to Ellis, 5-point lead for the Lady Bears, third quarter action. Ellis gives to Chambers. Chambers dribbles in the paint, spins, shot is up and blocked. She got it back, flips it out. Ellis passed up the 3, head fake, drives to the block, left side, and her runner is up and in. Miyoshi Ellis now with 15 points, and the lead goes to 7, 33-26. Governor State 1-4 high set offensively. Smith, entry pass in the paint and a kick out left side to Eubanks for 3. She missed it. Rebound grabbed by Kessler. She'll give to Ellis. Ellis into the front court. Stutter step, hesitates, step back, 15-footer from the elbow. No good. Offensive rebound to Kessler. Back out to the top of the key. Maynard for 3. It won't go. Another offensive board. Maynard back out top. Ellis at the right point. Shake and bake out top. Moves left. Gives on the wing to Chambers. Chambers spinning. Lost the basketball. Turnover number 12 for Shawnee. Governor State on the run. Right side here. Smith dribbled it off a foot. Picked up, though, by McDaniel. Back to Smith, back to McDaniel. Right side, three is on the way, and good. Sincere McDaniel hits the three. 33-29, down to a 4-point lead. Just the third three-pointer made by Governor State here today. Here's Ellis. To Hawthorne out top. Swings it left to Maynard. Bounce pass down low to Kessler. Backing in. Kicks it out to Hawthorne. Hawthorne to Ellis right side. Drives to the hoop right side. Up off the glass and in. Another runner for Miyoshi Ellis. He does a good job at taking it to the hoop with that quick first step. Back to a 6-point lead, 35-29. 7:20 to play in the third. Here's Spratling. Spratling's pass is knocked away by Hawthorne, but Spratling regathers, dribbles to the baseline, finds Eubanks cutting, spinning in the lane. Turnaround shot won't go. Another rebound to Kessler. Ahead to Ellis. Ellis to the hoop, hangs in the air, missed the shot, may have been partially blocked. Loose ball grabbed by Spratling. Spratling ahead for the Jaguars. Directing traffic, throws on the wing left side. Hesitation, and McDaniel drives baseline. Runner is off the glass and rim, no good. Got it back, missed the follow. Third time won't fall for Davina Smith. Shawnee gets the board. Fending off three opportunities for Governor State. 6-point lead. Ellis to the left side to Chambers. Chambers to Hawthorne in the corner. She'll turn and launch a three. In and out, no good. Eubanks with the rebound. Six-point edge for Shawnee State. Left side feed to McDaniel at the point. McDaniel steps back, takes a three, got it. Sincere McDaniel with her second three this half, and that cuts the lead to 35-32, and we get a timeout on the floor taken by Shawnee State. 6:09 left, third quarter, 35-32. Lady Bears lead Governor State, and we'll be back after this timeout. West Virginia Video Productions. 35-32, Shawnee State leading by 3 over Governor State, but back-to-back threes. Sincere McDaniel has knocked down a couple of threes this quarter. She has 10 points now. Interesting, Governor State actually shooting better behind the three-point line than they are from the floor. 44%, 4 for 9 shooting on threes, 9 for 33, 27% on field goals. Governor State using that three-point shot to get back into this one, 35-32. And that prompted the timeout by Dwayne Burrows, the head coach of Shawnee State. Lady Bears will have the basketball out of the timeout. Lauren Hawthorne will get it into Lakin Williams. Williams running the point now. Left side pass to Chambers. In the corner, finds Kessler. They get it back out top. Maynard to the right side to Chambers. Back to Maynard. She'll spot up and take a long three from straight on. That's an air ball. And Governor State will get it with a chance to tie the game with a three. Again, they've had a couple of big three-point shots. We get a substitution here for the Lady Bears. Kyla Torok back in for Emily Maynard. Spratling at the point. Alexis Warren is in, by the way, for Governor State. She posts up down low. They look to her, and they get it down low to her, backing into the hoop. Turnaround shot won't go. Torok chases down the rebound. Here's Williams taking it into the paint to the block. She's cut off on the drive by Smith, so she'll circle all the way back out top and reset the offense for the Bears. Out top, Torok dribbles right. Now to Kessler. Out on the wing. Williams pulls up left of the key, buries a 17-footer. Lakin Williams' first bucket of the day. 2 points for her. The lead goes back to 5, 37-32. halfway through quarter number 3. Here in game 1, day 2 of the Bevo Francis Classic. Governor State trails, and they've got the basketball. This is Davina Smith. Smith in the paint. Again, Alexis Warren missed the shot, but draws the foul from behind, and she'll be at the line to shoot 2. Torok with her 3rd personal foul. And we get a media timeout, I believe, here. 37-32, 4:44 to play in the 3rd quarter. And we'll be back after this timeout on West Virginia Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
4 minutes, 44 seconds to play in quarter number 3. 37-32. Shawnee State with a lead over Governor State. They grabbed the lead midway through the 2nd quarter and have held it ever since. It was a 29-25 lead at the half. And increased the lead to 5 right now, but a couple of free throws will be coming up for Alexis Warren out of the timeout. She drew the foul before that media timeout. Warren, a 6'1 sophomore out of Indianapolis, a transfer from SIU Edwardsville, missed the first one. She is a 47% free throw shooter on the season. Second attempt is up and good. First point for the lefty, Alexis Warren. Cuts the lead to 4, 37-33. Here's Williams. Sophomore guard moves to the right and gives to Chambers. Back to Williams. Now to Hawthorne. Back in the corner, right side. This is Chambers. Back to Williams. Bounce pass. Backdoor cut. Nice feed underneath, but a shot blocked from behind. Chambers had it blocked. Looked like it was going to be an easy layup there, but a block from behind. Good defense and recovery by Governor State. Maynard with the inbound. Maynard out top, pass knocked away, and we get a reach-in foul. And they're going to get Davina Smith on the reach-in foul, going for that steal. That's her 4th. That's a big foul right there against Governor State. And Tanisha Mack can't believe that call. Still wondering what's going on. So Davina Smith will have to go to the bench with 4 fouls. A big offensive threat there, replaced by Peyton Greenwood. 37-33. Here's Williams giving to Chambers. Now back out top to Chapman, and then we get a whistle and timeouts. Not sure what the stoppage was for. Maybe a knee brace there with Savannah Cantrell. All right, shot clock at 15. Williams to the right point, gets a screen, takes it left of the key, gives to Cantrell, feeding Hawthorne. Hawthorne, fadeaway shot with the right hand, rims out no good. Rebound, Governor State, Alexis Warren. Here's Spratling with under 4 to play. Spratling dribbles left of the key. Back out top. A little floater in the lane. Won't go. It's Peyton Greenwood. Shawnee State with a rebound. Williams in transition. Underhands a pass to Cantrell. Cantrell driving, running shot with two hands. No good. Rebound again, Warren. Outlet pass. Back comes Governor State. Spratling, left side. Shoves it back out top to McDaniel. Spratling has it again. We'll get subs for both teams in the next dead ball. Spratling with a high post pass to McDaniel. McDaniel, top of the key to Warren. She'll dribble right, spins in the paint. Shot is blocked. We'll get a travel. Yep, good defense there. Combined defensive effort by Emily Maynard to close, and Savannah Cantrell with that man-up defense, and that forced the turnover. Number 8 for Governor State. Miyoshi Ellis back to the floor for Shawnee. This is Williams driving right side. Runner is up and in. Lakin Williams with her 4th point here this half, 39-33. Out top, here's Greenwood. High post to McDaniel. All the way to the left block. That's Eubanks, kicks it out right side. 3-point shot long by McDaniel. That one will bound out of bounds, and Shawnee State will have it with 2:23 to play. Third quarter, 39-33. Williams into the front court. Williams out top to Chambers. Chambers hands to Williams. To the left side, Miyoshi Ellis will dribble baseline under the bucket, lobs it back out top. Chambers for 3. Got it! Janalia Chambers with a 3. That makes it a 42-33 lead for Shawnee State, and that prompts a timeout from head coach Tanisha Mack at Governor State. So with that, we will step aside as well. 1:56 to play in the third. 42-33 Shawnee. As we get a look at that 3-point shot as we go to break here on the West Virginia Video Productions. .56 to go. Third quarter, 42-33. Shawnee State has opened up a 9-point lead over Governor State after a big 3-point shot by Janalia Chambers. Here's Sincere McDaniel, and an offensive foul. A push-off called against Governor State. Jabrea Lacaze, that's her 3rd. Team foul number 2 and turnover number 9 for Governor State. Shawnee with a chance to balloon this lead to double figures. 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Here's Williams, pull-up jumper at the left elbow, in and out, no good. Rebound batted around and last touched, they say, by Lauren Hawthorne. So Governor State will get it back. Again, with Davina Smith on the bench, you've got to wonder how long Tanisha Mack will keep her on the bench. Probably the end of the quarter and maybe the beginning of the fourth quarter, unless things really start getting out of hand. It's a 9-point edge right now as this pass is knocked out of bounds by Miyoshi Ellis. Substitution again. Kennedy White back in. Governor State basketball. Lady Jaguars. Here's Greenwood. Out top now to Eubanks with the shot clock at 5. And we get a foul, a reach-in foul called against Miyoshi Ellis. It's her second. Team foul number 1. Entry pass is knocked away, and we'll get a turnover. Good hustle by Miyoshi Ellis to knock that one off of the arm or leg of Sincere McDaniel. So another turnover for Governor State. That is number 10 on the afternoon. 55 seconds to play in the quarter. 9-point lead for Shawnee State. This is Williams out top. Gets a screen, dribbles left of the key, flips it back out to Hawthorne, who swings it right side to Chambers. Bounce pass down low to Kessler. Back out top, Hawthorne launches a 3. Rims out no good. And we get a foul on the rebound. That's going to be called against Lakin Williams. Williams with her first, team foul number 2. I missed a couple fouls, team 4. 33 seconds to play. Shot clock at 27, game clock at 30, so about a 3-second differential there. Here's McDaniel out top for the Jaguars to the top of the key to Eubanks. Eubanks dribbles left and hands off to Greenwood. Greenwood back out top. This is McDaniel, right side 3-point shot on the way and good. Kennedy White knocks down the 3, her first bucket of the night. 5 seconds to play and 4 seconds. Left side, here's a 3 from Williams, no good. Rebound lost out of bounds as the buzzer sounds to bring the third quarter to a close. Shawnee State with a 42-36 lead over Governor State. 3 quarters in the books, 1 to go, and we'll have that fourth after this timeout on West Virginia Video Productions.
We believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Shawnee State with a 6-point lead after 3 quarters of play here in the first game, day 2 of the Bevo Francis Classic at the University of Rio Grande, Newt Oliver Arena. Shawnee State outscored Governor State 13-11 in the third quarter to grab the 6-point lead. Shooting percentages that dropped a bit for Shawnee State. They're down to 39.5%, 15 for 38. Governor State shooting 10 of 38, 26% from the field, but 5 of 11 on 3-point shots. That's good for 46%. Shawnee just 3 for 10 beyond the arc. Well, Davina Smith is on the floor to start the fourth quarter for Governor State. Tanisha Mack needs her in there offensively, as Smith had 10 points all in the first quarter, but she's been riddled with foul trouble since then. That's had a good portion of the third. She does have 4 fouls right now. Governor State with the ball to start the fourth quarter. Sincere McDaniel over to the right side. Here's another 3 from Peyton Greenwood. It's long. Smith, the offensive rebound, and she's fouled. Got the rebound and hit the deck. Foul on TK Catchings, her 4th, and she'll be replaced in the lineup by Kyla Torok. Governor State trying to put something together offensively, but turn the ball over. Steal by Chambers. Chambers up the left sideline, throws across the lane. The pass is tipped, but grabbed by Williams. Now is double teamed, and we get a jump ball. Tied up underneath. The possession stays with Shawnee State. Back to the floor comes Izzy Agredano. She is in for Peyton Greenwood. Hawthorne looking for the inbound. Just does beat the 5 count with a pass into Chambers. Chambers underhands to Williams. Williams at the jump circle, sets up the offense. They spread the floor and let Williams go to work. Over to Hawthorne, backdoor pass to Ellis, kicks it out left side. Here's Williams stepping into a 17-footer, and she knocks it down. That's 6 this half for Lakin Williams, 6 on the game, 44-36. 8-point lead with 9:13 to play. McDaniel to the right side. To White. Get it to Smith at the elbow. Smith backing in. They double her. She'll kick it out left corner for a three-point shot by McDaniel, and she knocks it down. That's her third this half. She has 13 points, and it's down to a 5-point game, 44-39. Now Governor State looking for a defensive stop. They forced 12 turnovers of Shawnee, but committed 11 themselves. Here's Chambers out top, whips a pass to the left side to Williams, in the paint to Hawthorne, down low, a baseline jumper from Torok won't go, and Governor State got what they wanted, the defensive stop. Well, we'll see if they capitalize on the offensive end. Again, down 44-39. Here's McDaniel driving to the hoop, right side, scoops it up, it rolls out, offensive rebound by Smith. Smith doubled, she passes back out, but it's knocked away and nearly stolen by Janalia Chambers. Governor State will inbound. Emily Maynard is in. Officials huddling up and discussing something here on the sideline. Shot clock set to 20. Spratling with the basketball, left side of McDaniel. McDaniel will drive right to the hoop. She is fouled. Late whistle, but she draws the foul, and she'll be at the line to shoot two. Kyla Torok will pick up her fourth. Team second here in the fourth quarter. Again, Sincere McDaniel will be at the line to shoot two. Hawthorne back in. She replaces Torok. So you've got Sincere McDaniel at the line, 2 for 4 at the stripe. She has 13 points, 43% free throw shooter this season, and a chance to cut the lead to a one-possession game. She hits the first of two. Governor State on a little bit of a run here to start the fourth, and the second shot is good as well. So we've got a one-possession game. 44-41, 8 minutes to go. Here's Miyoshi Ellis. Cross-court pass is tipped, knocked away, and chased down by Chambers. Chambers to the baseline, in the paint. Here's Hawthorne driving, left-handed shot good. Lauren Hawthorne with 9. Back to a 5-point edge for Shawnee. Spratling at the jump circle. It's a screen, moves out top. Left side pass goes to Eubanks. An 18-footer is long, no good. Long rebound, though, to Agredano. She'll put it up in the paint. High off the glass, it won't go. Another offensive board. This is Smith. She follows it up and in. Davina Smith with her first bucket since the first quarter, and that cuts the lead to 3, 46-43. 7:18 and counting here in the fourth. Here's Hawthorne. Driving against Smith. Ball poked away. Smith falling down. Somehow flips it out to Chambers on the wing. Chambers driving, spinning in the paint, hanging in the air. Shot with a right hand up and in. Tough shot for Janalia Chambers, 48-43. Just past the 7-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Spratling will drive to the hoop. Shot rejected. Chambers with the swat. And Shawnee back on offense again. Here's Hawthorne driving ahead. No one picks her up. She'll drive right to the hoop. Missed the layup, though. Trying to draw that fifth foul on Davina Smith. And then we get a reach-in foul called on Shawnee. And that goes against Chambers. That's her third. Team foul number 3. Shawnee had the opportunity there, but missed out. Governor State with possession, down by 5, 48-43. McDaniel in the front court. McDaniel's had 3 threes here in the second half to get her team back in it. McDaniel to the right side. Here's a long three from Eubanks. It's in and out, no good. Ellis with the rebound. Ellis ahead for the Bears. Leaves it on the wing for Williams, who spots up for the three. It's an air ball, and this one will find its way to the padding, giving the ball back to the Jaguars. McDaniel at the point. Bounce pass off the knee of Eubanks, who chases it down between the rings. High post pass to Smith. Little head fake. Drives the lane. Hangs in the air. Shot is up. No good. Rebound fought for. Saved by McDaniel. Nope. I thought she saved it and threw it off the knee of Maynard, but she was on the end line. So that gives the ball back to Shawnee State. Governor State shooting 25% from the floor today, 12 of 47. Here's Williams, dribbling right side. Back out to the top of the key. Chambers for three, and she got it. Shania Chambers with her second three. She has 10 points today. Back to an 8-point lead for Shawnee State, 51-43. Left alone at the top of the key. 3-point shot by Sincere McDaniel. That's one person you don't want to leave alone. That's her fourth three this game. Shawnee State quickly down the floor. Right side. Chambers for three again. Got another one. Janalia Chambers with her third three this half. 54-46. Shawnee by 8. 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Governor State trying to answer. Pass across the lane is knocked away. Turnover number 11 for the Governor State Jaguars. Here's Williams. Get a little heat check on Chambers. Chambers in the corner. Back-to-back threes. Now she'll come out near the scorer's table with 12 on the shot clock. Williams with 6 and 5, 4 seconds. She'll drive. Left side pass, 3-point shot on the way. Long by Maynard, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Davina Smith. Here's McDaniel. Spins, lost the ball, picked up by Smith outside the arc. Smith backing in, drives the lane, runner off the glass, won't go. Fights for the rebound, but it's grabbed by Maynard. Maynard to Hawthorne, who dribbles ahead. Hawthorne hands off to Miyoshi Ellis. Under 4 to go. Shawnee State by 8. The handoff to Chambers. Chambers step back three. Got it again. That's 3 this quarter. 4.5. 11-point lead, the biggest of the day for Shawnee State. Here's McDaniel, leaving it for Smith. Smith backing in, double team, ball knocked away. Smith picks it up, kicks it out, top of the key. McDaniel for three, she got it. Back and forth we go on the 3-point shots. That's her 5th this half. 57-49, 3:14 to play in the game. Lakin Williams at the jump circle. Shawnee may use some clock here. Again, leading by 8. Williams has it knocked away. Out top to Chambers. Chambers, shake and bake, pulls up. Top of the key, buries another one. That's a 19-footer. Chambers on fire here at the Newt. 10-point lead, 59-49 with 2.5 to go. Here's Smith, driving left side. Little head fake, shot up, no good. Backside rebound to Maynard. Pass across the lane knocked away by Governor State's Calvina Eubanks. And we get a timeout on the floor with 2:27 to go. Shawnee 59, Governor State 49. We'll be back after the break. West Virginia Video Productions. 10-point lead for Shawnee State with 2 minutes, 27 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Boy, it's been a shooting exhibition here in the second half, specifically the fourth quarter from Sincere McDaniel and Janilia Chambers. Chambers with 3 threes this quarter, 4 in the half. McDaniel with 3 threes this quarter, 5 in the half. They are lighting it up from the outside, but Shawnee State still has the edge here by 10 points. In fact, Chambers is now the leading scorer with 18 points, and McDaniel 21 for Governor State. Shawnee State with the basketball. Miyoshi Ellis will take it across midcourt for the Bears. WVU Tech and Carolina University. Game 2 at 1 o'clock this afternoon here from Newt Oliver Arena at the Bevo Francis Classic. Hawthorne takes the bounce pass in the paint. Turnaround shot off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Calvina Eubanks. Eubanks back to McDaniel. McDaniel in the front court. Time running out now for Governor State. Less than 2 minutes to go, and they're down by 10. Here's Smith driving in the lane. Scoops it up with the right hand. Somehow gets it to go. Now Davina Smith with 14 points now. Down to an 8-point game, 59-51. 1:44 to play. Williams moving left, cut off on the dribble, and we're going to whistle on a timeout. 30-second timeout taken by Dwayne Burrows. So let's step aside real quick for 30 seconds here on West Virginia Video Productions.
While we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
.93 seconds left in this one. Game 1 of day 2 of the Bevo Francis Classic. And right now, Shawnee State has an 8-point lead, just trying to hold on. Again, Governor State with no fouls here in the quarter, so they've got quite a few before they put Shawnee at the line. If that's the route they desire to take, Janilia Chambers will just dribble out and really no pressure at all. The shot clock down to 6 and 5. Here's Hawthorne, driving shot won't go. Rebound tipped, and Governor State has the board. Contact there in the backcourt. Definitely not what Shawnee wanted. That's their 4th team foul, and Lakin Williams picks up her 2nd. They want to keep that clock rolling and get out of here with a win, which would be their 5th of the season. Governor State close to going 0-2 here at the Bevo Francis Classic in 2025. Here's McDaniel. McDaniel to Smith, top of the key. Smith dribbling to the foul line, backing in, kicks it out in the corner, left side. Greenwood driving, a runner from the block up and in. We get a whistle on an offensive foul. Late whistle, but the offensive foul, so you're going to wave off that bucket. Peyton Greenwood with her 2nd foul. First on the team, 12th turnover. No bucket, 59-51. Now under a minute to play. 8-point lead for Shawnee State, and they're in a zone. Now they're trying to match up. Governor State is in a zone. I'm not sure, you're down by 8 points. You want to get in the game, but letting them use up some clock here. Here's a running shot off the glass, no good by Lakin Williams, and she'll be at the line to shoot 2 with a foul. Calvina Eubanks with her 2nd foul, team foul number 2, and that puts Lakin Williams at the line for the first time this afternoon. Williams 4 for 4 at the stripe this season. And, of course, the announcer jinx rears its ugly head once again. She was 4 for 4, missed her first one, 4 for 5. 6 points here this half for Lakin Williams. That's what she scored in the game. 2nd shot is good, making it a 60-51 game. And we get a quick 30-second timeout taken here for Governor State. Well, after today, Governor State will return to action Tuesday at home. They'll play Calumet in a conference matchup. Then they'll be off for the Thanksgiving break and be back on the road for a couple. They'll travel to Olivet Nazarene and then on December 3rd, and then Viterbo December 6th. Shawnee State getting back into action as well. They'll have a little bit of a break as they'll play again at Warner University in Florida next Saturday. That's in Lake Wales, Florida. And then in Lakeland, Florida at Southeastern University on November 30th. They're back at home on December 4th against the University of the Cumberlands. Here's a three at the top of the key. Good. That's Calvina Eubanks. And stoppage of play. 60-54. 36.2 to go. And a substitution set to check in. But we get a timeout taken, I believe, by Shawnee State. 30-second timeout. All right, let's step aside real quick here with a 6-point lead for Shawnee, 37.5 to go here on West Virginia Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
37.5 seconds to play. Shawnee State with a 6-point lead, 60-54. Just had a big 3-point shot by Calvina Eubanks, her second of the game. Shawnee State will inbound just to the left of the Lady Bears bench as we look down on the floor from our perch near the top of Newt Oliver Arena. And we get a whistle and a foul away from the basketball. Still a foul to give. Journey Cotton with a third. Hawthorne looking for the inbound again. And lots, 5-second count. She couldn't get the ball inbounds. Another turnover for Shawnee State, number 13 on the afternoon. Now, Governor State still hanging around, especially with the 3-point shooting of Sincere McDaniel and Calvina Eubanks. It's only a 2-possession game right here. But again, time running out. Here's McDaniel sprinting ahead, driving in the paint, flips it off in the corner. Step back three from Smith. Good! Off balance 3-point shot. We've got a 1-possession game and a timeout taken by Shawnee State. My goodness. Off balance, leaning to the left, and knocks down the three to cut it to a 3-point game with 27.6 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. And Coach Dwayne Burrows upset about something with the officials. They are taking a 60-second timeout. So let's step aside for a moment. We'll be back with a thrilling conclusion of this one, 60-57. Shawnee State with the lead in West Virginia Video Productions. Well, it looked like we were going to have just an easy cruise to the finish line for Shawnee State in this one. They had a 10-point lead, or 11-point lead at one point. But Governor State has battled back, and they've cut it to a 1-possession game with 27.6 seconds left. And now they'll go full-court press mode. Shawnee State will throw it in. And still, Governor State with a foul to give. They've only got 3 team fouls here in the fourth quarter. Hawthorne gets it into Miyoshi Ellis. Ellis is double-teamed and fouled. That foul goes against Journey Cotton, her fourth, team foul number 4. So the next will put Shawnee State at the line. 25.5 seconds to go. Chambers takes the inbound. Back to Hawthorne. Hawthorne dribbling ahead, double teamed and fouled. 4.1 seconds ticked off the clock. Sincere McDaniel picks up her second foul. And now it's free throws for Lauren Hawthorne, who has not toed the stripe at all here this afternoon. Hawthorne has not attempted a free throw this season. Calvina Eubanks back to the floor for Governor State. Big free throw here for Lauren Hawthorne, the 6-foot senior from Hebron, Kentucky, played at Connor High School. First attempt is up and good. That makes it a 2-possession game, and that's a huge bucket right there for Hawthorne. 61-57. Second shot is up and no good. And we get a rebound and a timeout taken. 61-57. Shawnee State leads Governor State. We'll take a timeout. Be right back after this on West Virginia Video Productions. .5 showing on the clock. Shawnee State 61, Governor State 57. The Lady Jaguars will have the basketball out of the timeout. Again, it's a 2-possession game. Checking the timeouts remaining here. Not on the scoreboard, but we've had a bunch of timeouts taken here in the last couple of minutes. Governor State with the inbound. Peyton Greenwood. Looking, and bouncing in to McDaniel. McDaniel double team, back out, pass tipped away. 17.5 seconds to go. Shawnee State guarding the perimeter against that 3-point shot. Greenwood with the inbound once again. Greenwood gets it in to Smith. Smith double team. And we get a whistle. We're going to get an offensive foul, I believe. Oh, no. It is a reach-in foul called against Emily Maynard. I thought they would call the offensive foul for the throwing of the elbow, but that will put Davina Smith at the line for 2. Davina Smith with 2 shots. I think they're going to take a look at it. I think the officials are taking a look at it. Okay. I guess they're looking at the same thing. And they're kind of backing up. Yeah. All right, so they're going to go back and look and review and see if this was a flagrant, perhaps. They want to get the foul right. It's 61-57 with 13.7 seconds to play. And as it stands right now, you're going to have Davina Smith at the line for 2 shots. Smith, 17 points today, 3 for 3 at the stripe. And again, sat most of the game in foul trouble. A good portion of the second and third quarters, she was out. Picked up her 4th foul in the third quarter, but started the 4th quarter and has played well here in the 4th. In fact, she scored 7 points in the 4th, and those are her first 7 points since the first quarter. So again, the review continues at the scorer's table. But this is a game that Shawnee State looked like had in command with an 11-point lead and cruising. Actually had an 8-point lead with under a minute to go and it looked like Shawnee State was going to cruise. Governor State was kind of playing back defensively and not applying any pressure, but got a stop, got a turnover, hit some big threes, and they've slowly crawled back into this one. It was a one-possession game just a moment ago. It's 61-57 now. Still a two-possession game as the officials, all three now, are huddled around the laptop computer to review this and see what is the correct call. Game number 2, by the way, today will feature a men's game between WVU Tech and Carolina University. That game set to tip at 1, but that's going to be delayed a bit. Then later on today, you've got a women's matchup at 3 o'clock, Rio Grande against Lewis Clark State. Both winners yesterday, and Rio Grande and Campbellsville on the men's side at 5 o'clock this afternoon to wrap up the 42nd annual Bevo Francis Classic here at Newt Oliver Arena. Now, after watching the video, they'll huddle up on the floor, and they will report to public address announcer Matt McKee what the announcement is. Still a lot of discussion with the three officials. Could they change the foul? I mean, there was a reach-in on Emily Maynard, but as I said, before that foul was called, Davina Smith is kind of swinging the elbow there. I mean, you could call both. You could call a reach-in foul, and then the flagrant on Smith, that would be her 5th. But we will wait and get the official indication. Both teams kind of out of their huddle right now and waiting to see what the call is. A lengthy discussion. And now they'll go discuss it with the head coaches from each team. Tanisha Mack, Governor State, Dwayne Burrows of Shawnee State. While one official goes to the scorer's table. And we'll maybe get the call here from Matt McKee, public address announcer. And so they got Davina Smith at the line by herself. And she's going to have a pair of free throws. Not really sure. Again, we're kind of in the dark, literally and figuratively, in this one because no announcement has been made, but Davina Smith will pick up her first made free throw to cut it to 3. And the second free throw is good as well. So it looks like that's what happened. They called fouls on both because Davina Smith is now going to the bench. And they're putting Emily Maynard at the line for 2. 61-59, 62-59 as Maynard hits the first. And then I'm presuming you'll go to the possession arrow and give the ball to Governor State. Second free throw good as well. Maynard's first 2 points of the game, they come at the free throw line, and they do not because the possession arrow is Governor State, but Shawnee State's getting the basketball, leading by 4 with 13.7 to go. Lauren Hawthorne will throw it in side court. So Davina Smith has fouled out for Governor State. The inbounds pass comes to Williams, weaving through the defense. She's fouled at the foul line with 10 seconds to go. And Lakin Williams will be at the line to shoot 2, looking to ice this one. It is a 2-possession game, 4-point lead, 10 seconds left. And Williams misses the first. Second shot is up, and she got that one. Now that avoids the foul on the three-point shot. 64-59, 5-point lead. Left side, here is Greenwood back out top, and Eubanks has a 3 that's blocked. Loose ball picked up by Hawthorne. The buzzer sounds, and Shawnee State escapes with a 64-59 win over Governor State to improve to 5-2 on the season. The Lady Jaguars of Governor State fall to 5-3 on the season. Good effort by both teams. 23-22, Governor State outscored Shawnee State as we get a look at three-point shots by Janalia Chambers, who had the hot hand in the fourth quarter. She had 3 threes to lead the way for Shawnee State, a 64-59 win over Governor State. Game 1 of the Bevo Francis Classic. We'll be back after this timeout to put a wrap on Game 1 here on West Virginia Sports Video Productions.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Game 1 went down to the wire here in the first game of the Bevo Francis Classic. It was a win by Shawnee State, 64-59, after having an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter. Governor State battled back and made it a one-possession game before Shawnee pulled away for the win. A look at your scoring tonight. Janalia Chambers led the way for Shawnee with 18 points. 4 for 4 on three-point shots today, and had a huge second half for the Lady Bears, leading the way with 18. Miyoshi Ellis with 17. Lauren Hawthorne also in double figures with 10. Lakin Williams finished with 8. Kyla Torok with 4. 3 points from TK Catchings. Emily Maynard, Skylar Kessler had 2 points apiece. Rakaya Prince, Kenya Pack, and Savannah Cantrell played but didn't score in the first half. For Governor State, it was Sincere McDaniel with 21. Davina Smith finished with 19. Calvina Eubanks with 6. Elias Spratling with 4. Kennedy White, Alexis Warren with 3 points apiece. Journey Cotton with 2. And Jabrea Lacaze with 1 point for the Lady Jaguars. Other numbers, shooting percentage. Shawnee shot 22 of 51 from the floor, 43%, 6 of 15 on threes, 14 for 21 at the foul line, 67%. Governor State, 31% shooting from the floor, 17 of 55, but 53% on three-point shots, 10 for 19. They were 15 for 21 from the foul line. Turnovers were even at 13. Rebounding totals, 38 for Governor State. Shawnee State had 34. Your line score looks like this. Shawnee State 15 in the first, 14 in the second, 13 in the third, 22 in the fourth for 64. Governor State 19, 6, 11, and 23 for 59. 64-59, Shawnee State with a win to improve to 5-2 on the season. Governor State with a loss falls to 5-3, and they go 0-2 here at the Bevo Francis Classic. That will wrap it up for Game 1 of the Bevo Francis Classic here at Newt Oliver Arena. We're back with Game 2 in just a bit. It will be WVU Tech against Carolina University, and we'll set the stage in just a bit as we continue with this basketball classic from the University of Rio Grande on West Virginia Video Productions. Thank you so much for tuning in for Game 1. We'll see you Game 2.
years, Little General Stores has proudly served West Virginia, fueling families, friends, and communities across the Mountain State. To celebrate our golden anniversary, we're giving away $50,000 to thank you, our loyal customers. Little General Stores, 50 years strong.